So I was just beginning junior high and high school when Title IX came about. And I remember the opportunities for my brother, my older brother, but there were no opportunities for my sister and I outside of school.
In those days, we went and changed into these ridiculous one-piece shorts outfits if you were a girl.
I remember we wore the jumpsuits. We didn't really feel like athletics.
Every decision that we make as administrators, we have to look at it through the lens of Title IX. I think that we have to see how does it affect other programs, our student athletes, and how we are providing access and opportunities for our student athletes.
You see a lot of athletes, male and female, who haven't yet peaked when they're in high school. You know, they may have been doing soccer, either at school, club soccer, whatever it is, whatever sport it is. They may not be good enough to have been recruited right into a D1, 2, or 3 school. They still want to compete. They may or may not think they have an opportunity to go to a 4-year after that. But what they know is that athletics is really important to them, and they want one last chance.
We don't ever want to go backwards. We want to get better and better and better. And I would say as we improve women's athletics, you're also going to improve men's. There's always room for improvement in everything we do. So if you improve one, the other one's going to come along too. I look back now and realize that I didn't have the opportunities. Back then, I didn't know any better. I knew it was coming, and I remember back then we talked about it as equal rights. I didn't know that I was supposed to have those opportunities. I was just frustrated that my brother got to do it and I didn't.
It's just amazing, but I think this 50th anniversary has given us an opportunity to celebrate and to know that our female coaches can figure out how to be mothers, how to live lives, and how to be successful coaches, and they're now the role models to those student athletes.
I look back now and realize that I didn't have the opportunities. Back then, I didn't know any better. I knew it was coming, and I remember back then we talked about it as equal rights. I didn't know that I was supposed to have those opportunities. I was just frustrated that my brother got to do it and I didn't.
It's just amazing, but I think this 50th anniversary has given us an opportunity to celebrate and to know that our female coaches can figure out how to be mothers, how to live lives, and how to be successful coaches. And they're now the role models to those student athletes.
So I was just beginning junior high and high school when Title IX came about. And I remember the opportunities for my brother, my older brother, but there were no opportunities for my sister and I outside of school.
In those days, we went and changed into these ridiculous one-piece shorts outfits if you were a girl.
I remember we wore the jumpsuits. We didn't really feel like athletics.
Every decision that we make as administrators, we have to look at it through the lens of Title IX. I think that we have to see how does it affect other programs, our student athletes, and how we are providing access and opportunities for our student athletes.
You see a lot of athletes, male and female, who haven't yet peaked when they're in high school. You know, they may have been doing soccer, either at school, club soccer, whatever it is, whatever sport it is. They may not be good enough to have been recruited right into a D1, 2, or 3 school. They still want to compete. They may or may not think they have an opportunity to go to a 4-year after that. But what they know is that athletics is really important to them, and they want one last chance.
We don't ever want to go backwards. We want to get better and better and better. And I would say as we improve women's athletics, you're also going to improve men's. There's always room for improvement in everything we do. So if you improve one, the other one's going to come along too.
About set and ready to go here from Lancaster. Mike Cepeda joined alongside Theron Sanders, and we will look to be joined by Glenn Haller, longtime sports information director here at Antelope Valley, honored at halftime during the women's game. And we will look to have him in the booth and the virtual booth. Theron calling it remote. Theron, are you with us?
I am with you. Thank you for having me, Big Z. I am looking for some action between these two teams tonight.
Should have a good one here. Glendale troubles this season scoring the basketball, but when they're able to put it together, they're a dangerous team. AVC clinging to life just barely in terms of trying to get a backdoor playoff berth. They have won numerous games down the stretch, had a heartbreaker at Citrus on Wednesday. Had they won that game, it likely would have been a cemented spot in the postseason, but now it's up to the seeding committee on Sunday. Starting tonight for Antelope Valley to be Dakari Lewis, Lucas Baksic, Jonathan Daniels, Rafael Balampo, and J.J. Franklin. For Glendale, Jared Jones, Julian Dixon, Manuel Lewis, Elijah Groves, and Easton Gray. Vegan Jalesian, head coach for Glendale. John Taylor, longtime head coach for AVC. And you know, you have some discussions with the coaches throughout the week. And Vegan, a well-respected coach. You can absolutely coach him up. Per the words of John Taylor, you know, has a young group, does Glendale. It's only 2 sophomores on this team for the Vaqueros. Several sophomores at the disposal for Coach Taylor. And this one, and you know, should they get in, this is not a team you want to take lightly. Because when you have the likes of Jonathan Daniels and Dakari Lewis leading the way, this is a team that can present some problems. But in particular, when Dakari and JD get hot, they're a team that really can knock off anybody in the state.
Getting some push-ups in for a good pump real quick. I see you, Franklin.
Dakari will jump the tip and win it for the Marauders. We are underway here in Lancaster.
Did you see how he did the set when he got the rebound and passed it back through the legs like he was hiking the ball?
I loved it. A nod to the Super Bowl, I guess. Dakari Lewis down low. JJ looking for the follow. Lewis there, and he's fouled going up. Should be baseline out of bounds.
LeBron did that with Westbrook so often this past season.
Well, it won't be happening anymore.
You're right about that, and I'm happy for the Lakers.
And we are joined in the booth. That's a great find down low. Lewis needs to go up with it. He does point blank and scores. We are joined by Glenn Haller in the broadcast booth. Glenn, congratulations. Happy retirement.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. What? Where am I?
Get you squared away here.
I'm not used to wearing the. I'm usually just in queue. I don't usually talk.
Well, that's all right. Hey, you have an eye for sports, that's for sure. 29 years, is that correct? As the sports information director here at ABC?
I think that's right. 29 years and 35 in the business.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember you and I had a conversation back in the day, and I think this was at Mount Sac, as ABC was playing Mount Sac in a tournament at Walnut, and I believe you said that you used to do stats for the Lakers.
Not exactly.
For Chicky Baby.
One game for Chick. I was working at Fresno State as a student assistant in sports information office, and we went to the Lakers Golden State, I think, preseason game that was in Selland Arena, and they needed statisticians for it because their stat people weren't traveling at that point. And so, yeah, I said I'd do it, and our SID at the time, Scott Johnson, handed me over to Chick Hearn, and that was kind of difficult because it was only my second year doing stats.
Put you on the spot.
Yeah, and I'd grown up listening to Chick, and I knew all the stories about how hard he was on statisticians and how he needed the information now,
Yep.
and he needed the best information. It turned out really well. He opened up. I said, I can't do this. He goes, why? Because I've watched you listened to you all my life. I said, I'm just going to sit there and stare at you. And he goes, sit down, you'll do fine. I guess I did all right.
A long, distinguished career here in Lancaster. And Glenn, had the opportunity for you to be my stats guy in a couple called games back in the teens of the 2020s.
Yeah.
Or of the 2000s, I should say. Dakari Lewis point blank fouled, missed on the first, makes on the second. And Glendale up 4-3, courtesy of a 4-point play. And a whistle on the floor, and looks like Lucas Baksic might be blood on the floor, so we'll call the trainer on. And Glenn, we are joined by Theron Sanders, and Theron played men's basketball at Rutgers University. Theron, correct me if I'm wrong there.
You are correct indeed.
And we're not talking about intramurals, right?
No, we are not. We are talking about real live action basketball.
He's a well-rounded athlete. He also bowls.
There you go. I taught bowling.
Bowling, paintball pro as well.
He's a stud.
Yeah, never did paintball.
You taught bowling? Okay, so have you ever bowled with John?
Yeah, he's better than I am. He says he could have gone pro, and he tends to be up in the 190s, so he still needs about 20 points in order to get to the pros. But
yeah, me and Theron, we bowl in the scratch league on Monday night. We do okay. We're all right. We're no two. Theron, what are you carrying nowadays?
On the scratch league, I think I'm carrying about a 210.
I think I'm right there with you. Big block, J.J. Franklin. Back the other way quickly. Dakari lost it. Going up, looks like there was some contact and the foul. Go back to that big block here by J.J. Franklin. And that's a travel.
Rejection at its finest. Caught him right at the summit. That was a foul, though.
On the other end for sure, but it definitely a travel. I thought there was a hop into that after he caught it.
Yeah. Dragged his foot a little bit, too.
Glenn, any memories that stand out in your time here at AVC for men's basketball?
a lot of them. I mean, it's hard to, probably one of the ones that stands out. I really can't remember. It was early on in my fourth or fifth year here, which would have been like 93 or so, and looked like we were going to overtime with Chafee to determine who went to the state championship game or state championship tournament. And right over here in the what's now the Glendale basket is there was a putback with almost
Scrum
no
out there.
time left. There was just so many. I did
Is that
almost
shot clock violation?
no. Well, it's back to 10. So, well, wait, no, it's 1.
Sorry there, Glenn.
No, hey, you got to tell the people what's going on.
Nearly a shot. Now we have a shot clock violation.
Wow, good defensive set. A lot of extracurriculars going on there.
Indeed, an ABC pretty good defensively early on outside of the 4-point play. That was a bit of a bailout. And Glenn, was that a putback that resulted in a win or a loss?
It ended up a win. No, there was a lot of motion in that game. Jerry Tarkanian's son was coaching. He was coaching the Chafee team, and he had coached at AVC for 2 years, assistant coach, 2 years. Then went over to Chafee. It was an interesting battle, and we had two of the best teams in Southern California.
Probably need a bit of a security detail after a game like that.
Yeah.
Heightened emotions. We've seen big rivalry games. Now Chafee, it seems like they're not that far away logistically in terms of mileage. You just go through the mountain there.
As a matter of fact, at the time, and I think they still may be, they were in the next district over.
Oh wow!
So back then you could recruit in the next district over, and so you'd have to get Newton Gillette in here to really go through it. And his memory of it was probably much better than mine because all I remember was the stats.
Well, we give it a surprise. We have Newton Gillette. Newt, how you doing? No, I'm just kidding.
No, that's fine.
We're playing on Newton Gillette Court here at Antelope Valley College in Lancaster, and got to see Newton the last couple of years at the golf tournament. Yeah,
he was here tonight.
Yeah, I saw him earlier. Did he just hit the spread and bounce, or?
No, I appreciated him coming in. A lot of the retired coaches were able to show up tonight.
Great turnout.
Yeah.
Great turnout. Special thanks to Sherry Langerman giving us access to the spread that we saw, the little mini banquet room that you had back there in celebration of a distinguished career here for you, Glenn. And again, congratulations.
Oh, thank you. I don't know how much I deserve, but yeah.
Powell Musion, buries that triple. It's 7-4. Glendale on top. Both teams stingy defensively, and right now it's the Vaqueros getting the better of it. Montiano with the charge. Wow. Hesitation move. Montiano. I mean, if anything, I see a foul coming down on the back side there.
Yeah.
That's a tough call.
That was very tough.
Yeah, and what I used to have to do
Violation.
What the officials said. I had to put that in the stats. But on that one, I thought the foul came before the
charge,
yeah.
For sure. Violation would result in a turnover.
Yeah, before the charge. He got swiped in the back of his head.
Yeah. Clear contact made by the defender before he made contact into Musayan. Dakari Lewis with a head of steam, lays it up, lays it in, and one. No, a charge.
Wow. He's still moving.
He's moving underneath. We'll see it one more time here on our camera below. That's not allowing the defender. Now, Dakari had already engaged in his jump towards the basket, and Musayan comes in underneath, and they award him another charge.
Yeah, he was late to the spot. I don't know how the ref gave that to him. I know fast action, it happened so quickly, but.
So back-to-back charges taken. Lewis with the volleyball swat out of bounds.
Get that out of here. You're not going to come through networking your way up in this paint.
Man, some highlight stuff from Dakari Lewis. Baseline out of bounds. Williams will bring it in. There's Zante Russell. Russell looking inside. It's a shot clock violation. Pretty good back and forth action early on here, Glenn.
Yeah. I haven't been on the sidelines for about 4 years to watch John. John's still working everything he can. He keeps pointing over to the video and saying, hey, you missed two.
Glenn, I had a conversation earlier today about the potential for replay, particularly at championship events. But, I've seen time and time again in our coverage this season and other coverage. Oh, big jump up top. Contact, no call. Dakari Lewis going strong to the bucket. On the other end, we're going to have a charge, and indeed we will. That certainly looked like one taken by none other than Lucas Baksic. And no, that was Montiano. So Josh Montiano gets in underneath.
That's a good charge call, but the other referee called it blocking. I'm glad they overruled that.
Yeah, good. Yeah, okay, so one calling a block and then one a charge. You know, Glenn, it seems like a situation where the refs maybe not all on the same page early on.
Well, yeah. In that one, it's the same official who's called all the other charges. But it also, to me, he was in the proper position to make that call. The one who called the block wasn't.
Hawkins to the basket, floater up, no good. Another offensive foul. This is the fourth offensive foul we've seen called in the last 90 seconds.
Has to be a point in time. You got to let these young men play.
3 in favor of Glendale, 1 in favor of AVC, and Glendale, all 3 charges taken by Pal Musain. I'd like to see. Okay, what exactly are we looking at here?
Him grabbing as he goes by.
And the player who was fouled, Musain. That one blocked by Lewis. Quickly started the other way. Here's Baksic. Baksic in transition. 4-on-2. Lay it up. Lay it in.
There wasn't a choice on that. He was inside the arc. It was done deal.
Gabino Ramirez on the dribble. Takes it over to Williams. Williams at the top, looking for a lifeline. Has one in the form of Dante Russell. Russell way downtown, no good. Got to flash some NBA range. Well off the mark. Lewis. Spin move, no good. Lot of contact, no call. Hawkins with a steal in transition, gives it right back to Russell. Lost it to Lewis. Emmanuel Lewis inside. Gabino Ramirez with the bucket.
Ramirez stayed aggressive on that.
He did. The foul over from Montiano.
Yeah. And he stayed with it.
JD, Jonathan Daniels, back into the contest. He'll come on for Hawkins, as will Belampo. Belampo will come on for Montiano. This game a little faster than our previous.
All right, yeah. I'm retired, so I can say a lot of things, but I'll just be nice and say I'm sure it is.
Free throw up and good, so the N1 opportunity converted 10-6.
Back in the days I was doing stats, there were some games you just did not want to stat. It was way too fast.
Probably in line with certain games that you don't want to call. Daniels off the mark.
That middle's wide open.
Ramirez on the baseline. Bit of a hook there, nearly lost it out of bounds. Instead, here's Jared Jones. Jones on the dribble, back to Ramirez. Ramirez driving the lane, gets the elbow, rises up, no good. Rebounded by Ponders. James Ponders gives off to Baksic. Up ahead to Jonathan Daniels, and Baksic going to reset the offense. AVC into a 1-4 set. Enter into Belampo. Over to Kalen Smith. Baksic on a handoff. Ponders reverses it. JD Daniels on the baseline. Hesitation. Lost it. Ramirez with a steal. Poor offensive execution that time down for the Marauders.
Yeah, I agree. Looted that pass too.
Indeed. And Jones will rise up, that one wide right. Backs it quickly back the other way. Here's Kalen Smith. He'll rise for a long two from 20 feet. That no good. Hussein. Back the other way. This is Easton Gray, and Gray with the finish. Well, this would be a tough game to stat. A lot going on.
Oh, yeah. Not one team getting into an ebb and flow just
Polampo
here we
for three.
Ball corner pocket.
They ruled out a two?
Yeah, looks like it. The toughest.
Oh, I thought he was behind the line.
Matt, do we have that? Go back and look at that one. That one tapped out of bounds. Let's go back to the previous play. Made three by Polampo. No, we don't have a definitive look at it. Now the referee's right there, and he signals a two right away. Take one off the board. Ramirez into the lane, a lot of contact, block up top to Kari Lewis, but Polampo gets him underneath for a foul.
Yeah, that was a good jab step that he used right there to cause the separation and confusion by the defense. Able to get into the nose of the defense there.
Glenn, in your time, most impressive player in men's basketball for you? Put you on the spot here, or give me a top three. Hey, remember, you're retired now, so you can say a little bit more than you know.
I'm gonna miss some people. One of the goes back. Tony Madison, Danny Prince, and boy, I wish you would let me take a look at my media guides. I could have been a lot. Someone who was impressive. Obviously, he was impressive. It wasn't impressive for a lot of other things. J.R. Ryder.
Yeah.
On the court, he was impressive.
That one blocked. Baxic on the three attempt, three on the shot clock. Daniels comes away with it and buries a triple just how you drew it up.
Oh, yeah. Positive play after disallowing the first transaction at a shot.
Well, Baxic denied. Daniels converts. Musayan kicks it back to Jared Jones. Going to reset the offense under 15 on the shot clock. Musayan holding it up top, guarded by Jonathan Daniels. Hands off, Easton Gray. Gray nearly lost it. It's on the floor. He comes away with it, gives off to Jones at the end of the shot clock, and Jones did not get the shot off before the shot clock went out.
Way to stay with that and guard for 30 full seconds and then some, not allowing the offense to prowl through there and get a shot.
Now, ABC trailing by two, but really putting in work defensively. Entering at the high post, here's Kalen Smith looking for a rolling Dakari, had him wide open. Polampo comes free, long two, that one's short. Certainly not the shot you want out of that set. Jones at the rim. Dakari does a great job not coming down, alters the shot, and Jones off on a layup. Daniels in transition. Three-pointer is good. First lead tonight for ABC. Timeout, Glendale.
Yes, good defense. Parlays it into a three-ball. Let's go.
You see Dakari directing traffic from deep. Baxic sets up his man. Daniels in stride for the triple. ABC up 14-13. We'll be back in a little bit. Back to battle here from Lancaster. Again, thanks to Glenn Haller for coming on, spending some time with us. Mike Zepeda, Theron Sanders with you here on the broadcast. SoCalCollegeSports.com's coverage. 3C2A men's basketball, game 2 of our doubleheader. Smith, not sure what he wants to do with it. Enters in Dakari Lewis, the double team. Here comes Smith, rolling to the basket. Lost it. Steal from Dixon. Dixon up ahead to Jones, and Jones fouled by Baxic underneath.
Offense has to be a little bit more careful in the interior because the way that Glendale is snatching these balls is active hands, and doesn't look like that's going to go away anytime soon.
They're active hands, but really ABC not doing themselves any favors in terms of spacing offensively. They need to get their shooters out. Not that like they don't have shooters on the floor right now, even with Jonathan Daniels, Baxic, and Belampo out there. And they have the big fellas, J.J. Franklin and Dakari Lewis down low to clean it up. Lewis with the rebound.
Oh, indeed. Yeah. I would like to see some pick and rolls, you know.
Yep.
Give some get the offense a chance from that high post, like spread it out a little bit, get some more motion going.
Daniels wide open for another triple. No, JJ battling for the board and goes off of the apparatus. Possession back to Glendale. Dixon will bring it up. Dixon and a handoff to Jones. Jones looking to split the double team. He'll rise up from 15 feet. Friendly roll? No. Dakari Lewis up high for the rebound. Baxic will bring it up for the Marauders. 14-0. Past the 10-minute mark here in the first half. Baxic through the leg dribble. Looking inside has Dakari Lewis. He'll try his hand at a triple. He'll hold the finish, but he'll get nothing but air. Well, no offense to Dakari, but probably not the shot on that possession that Coach Taylor would have wanted to see.
Yeah, looked like the depth perception was off too. But he is battling down there for those rebounds.
He really
has
is.
5.
Great motor. Russell turns a corner into Musayan. Musayan off, way off on a 3. Daniels has it, looking inside, looking for Lewis, and Lewis travels.
Wow, I have a problem with that. I feel like the ball is not
I think he hopped into it. I think he hops into it. Yep.
Oh, yes, you're right. Yes. He smelled mismatch, and he was trying to get to that basket quickly.
JJ comes in, comes down with the arm, and commits the foul. JJ did everything right defensively, but comes down with that arm. If he doesn't come down, he's not making that shot.
You're right.
Instead, Emmanuel Lewis going to go to the free throw line here.
Yeah, and that block and tip, it was a lot of follow through. Keep
gotta
that
go
hand
straight up.
In the sky.
Yeah, exactly right. That's what we teach him, Coach. That's what we teach him. Try to, anyway. Montano getting ready to check back in. Free throw made. Glendale back with a 2-point lead. Baxic will come off. It's Belampo, Montiano, J.J. Franklin, Dakari Lewis, and Jonathan Daniels on the floor right now for Antelope Valley.
Good to see Daniels come back. He's currently 2 for 3 from 3. And that's where all of his points has pretty much come from.
Yep. J.J. Lewis had some room down low momentarily. Bit of a zone look here as Montano will come off for a 17-footer, well off the mark. That one blocked from behind by Braxton Williams. Saying, kicks it to the top. This is Emmanuel Lewis. Lewis on the dribble, looking for a handoff, denied. Kicks it into Dixon. Dixon from 15 feet, back iron, no. Lewis on a rebound off to Daniels. Daniels up ahead quickly the other way. Belampo from 3. Rafael Belampo on sophomore night The sophomore delivers with another triple, his second. ABC back with a 17-16 lead. Great recognition there from Daniels, finding the open man in stride. Offensive foul, Braxton Williams on the other end. And it's a turnover, and ABC will take possession.
Momentum swing right there. Way to get the ball up the floor, catch the defense unguarded.
Montiano had some space. He's got to have his feet ready. For a player that has a green light, you have to be locked and loaded when you receive it. Lewis down low, offense.
I feel like that's what they're just waiting for. They're baiting him right into it.
Well, something tells me there was a conversation had before the game. Watch the lowered shoulder. Dakari Lewis had a big game last time these two met. One of the first games of the season back for Dakari Lewis. Missed much of the early portion of the year, him and Jonathan Daniels, but since they've been added to the roster, the active roster for ABC, they have absolutely turned the tide for this team. And right now, come the end of the season, this is a team that nobody wants to play. Go ask Citrus. Williams down low, not bailed out by a foul call. That one out of bounds off of Williams. It'll go the other way. That's a good no call there by the referees.
Yes, he was pretty much out of control. Didn't have nowhere to go and just tried to fling it up to try to get a call. Glad that they didn't call it on that.
And ABC alertly backs off.
Mm-hmm.
Daniels bring it up. Under 5 to go here in this first half. Montiano reverses over to Jonathan Daniels. Ponders in a screen and roll. Ponders in the short corner. He can hit that shot. That went off. Hawkins high up for the rebound on the weak side. That's a turnover.
Wow.
Missed opportunity. Meanwhile, Dixon from 3 will try to answer no. Daniels. Big screen from JJ. Here's a switch. Hawkins looking inside for JJ Franklin. There's a mismatch. Franklin needs to work a little harder to get position inside. Montiano with a layup, no. JJ point blank, no, but he's fouled.
I like how Montiano attacked the paint. Found a good lane to the bucket and took it. See if he can. Let's see if we can convert these free throws.
First free throw, no good for Franklin. JJ. Gerard Franklin lost to a foot injury. As is Evan Scott Alexander.
I am digging those glasses.
That's a throwback.
Indeed, it reminds me of a player from Creighton last season or two named Denzel Mahoney. Similar build, similar style of play. Denzel utilizes his jumper more frequently, but reminds me of that.
Harris getting ready to check into the ball game for the first time tonight. Paul Harris, who's earned some playing time down the stretch this season for the Marauders. Got a great athletic physique. Has shown some defensive prowess, but has also flashed some offensive skills here down the stretch in 2023. And a player who, if he can keep his emotions intact, can do a lot for this Marauder squad.
Composure is one of the keys to success in this game.
Really in most things. Ramirez on the baseline, pulls up on Montiano, in and out. JJ with a rebound. Daniels up ahead quickly. Turns on the Jets, into the lane, left-handed layup, no. It's tapped out of bounds, should stay here, and does.
He darted down that court. Confuses the defense in transition. keep applying that pressure.
Yep. Keep the defense on their heels, that's for sure. Good things are going to happen. Hawkins on the dribble. Hands off to Jonathan Daniels, looking for a screen from JJ. Instead gives it off to Montiano. Montiano gives out to Harris, who goes baseline. Layup up, no, but he's fouled. That's nice recognition from Paul Harris. You see on the replay. Up high for the rebound. He's fouled underneath.
Yeah, he took it to the basket. I like the aggressiveness he's showing there. I think this is my first time seeing Paul Harris. And love the number. Dominique Wilkins, Ode.
I wonder if it's a nod to Dominique. I wonder if he knows who Dominique is. First free throw up and good.
I would hope so. A lot of people don't know Dominique's first name really is not Dominique.
Well, what is it?
It's actually Jacques. He was born in Paris, France.
Oh, wow.
Dominique is the middle name.
Dominique, what a cool cat.
Yes, he is. Suave.
Must be a French thing. 20-16, the lead is 4 for the Marauders. Glendale looking for an offensive identity. Dixon looking inside, crosses over, gets to the elbow. Great defense by Paul Harris again. Williams comes free from 3. That shot short. Rebounded by Montiano. Montiano looking to push the pace. He'll be a little bit more methodical about it. Here's Hawkins. Hawkins behind the back dribble, inside. Great handoff! JJ missed the dunk! Oh, the roof would have come off the place.
I was jumping up and down over here.
Well, we have no camera in the spot, so we'll go ahead and believe you. We'll take your word for it.
That was such a fantastic play. I like Paul Harris's playmaking out there.
Man. Inside, that looked like a travel. Ball don't lie. Jerry Jones off of the shot. Harris with the rebound. He'll bring it up. Harris looking to push the tempo. Behind, through the leg dribble. Lost it. Gets it back. Lost it again. He's fouled. That's an 18 foul. This will be 1-1 for Paul Harris.
All right, Paul Harris, who just knocked down 2 free throws a moment ago. See if we get this 1-on-1 opportunity to get the second one up and in as well.
It's a good foul call.
Looked like Paul Harris was slightly out of control, but actually the defense is what it looked like. He lost his footing, which caused the out of control, not the over dribble, not even over dribbling at all.
Well, I think as he's going through his leg, he's knocked off balance, then tried to recover, able to get to it first. First free throw, well, a little.
I don't know what happened there.
A little Ben Wallace-esque. At least he hit the rim, though. Dixon blocked out of bounds by JJ.
He dismissed that. Not on his watch.
No.
Not in this half.
Get that something out of here. Baseline out of bounds. They bring in Ramirez. Ramirez guarded on the baseline by Hawkins. Gets away with a hook or a carry.
That looks like a
call
carry.
either one.
Yeah, hook and hold or hook and carry.
Either or. It's a turnover for Glendale. ABC back with possession.
ABC showing a lot of spunk in this half. I would love to see some more of it. This action is intense. Let's go.
There's a team that struggles offensively in Glendale, and after a decent start, they've really been held in check offensively by this Marauder defense. You know, when you have the likes of J.J. Franklin back there and Dakari Lewis swatting shots with emphasis, you know, it makes you think twice before going into the lane. Harris nearly lost it out of bounds, able to maintain control. Harris on the dribble, looking inside, kicks off to Hawkins. Hawkins to JJ in the short corner. JJ working on Easton Gray. Great reversal. Jonathan Daniels from 3, no. Harris tracks down a rebound. Paul down low. Physical. Looked like there was some contact, no call. Instead, Dixon comes away with a rebound.
Yeah, a lot of activity on that.
Dixon with it near side. Harris playing off. Dixon going to fire from 3. JJ with a rebound up high with it. Hawkins now brings it up. Hawkins fires from 17. That's good.
Good shot, Hawkins. Way to do a stutter step and reload that shot.
When Trey gets into a groove, he makes it look pretty effortless. Gray and a handoff to Musayan. Dixon in the lane. Dixon comes down, or excuse me, JJ comes down, and Franklin with the foul. That's the second time this half.
I feel like he put his head down right up in there.
Gets him right in the dreads.
Yes, he did.
First free throw up and good for Julian Dixon. And that stops a long drought for Glendale. They hadn't scored in a while. Second free throw, also good.
Wow, the crowd is getting into it.
Talking
about tattoos and how you got fly swatted out the sky. I love it.
Well, Daniels wide open in the corner. That shot short. Dixon, the last to touch it. That's out of bounds off of Dixon. Baseline out of bounds for the Marauders. We'll clear that up. About 15 seconds remaining in this one. Baxic on the dribble. Stack set. Daniels at the bottom, JJ at the top. They'll bring JJ up top working against Easton Gray. Last shot, step back. No, he's going to go to the lane, and he'll be fouled. With 3.3 remaining.
They let a lot of time tick off after that foul was called.
They really did.
Yeah, I thought it was about 3.2 seconds left.
No, 3.3. We'll reset it. There you go.
Okay.
3.2. Look at you.
I got to be on point and sharp when I'm working with you, Big Z.
We're pretty lenient. We're talking about bowling, although that might be at the request of Coach Sean Taylor.
I would love to.
The average.
I would love to talk bowling with John Taylor.
Oh. We might soon. Free throw up and good. Couple of them for JD. 24-18. 3.3 seconds remaining. They put a 10th back up there.
Want to be careful not to draw a foul on this, but also not give an easy three-point opportunity. Both teams earn a bonus.
Yeah, very wary. I mean, right now it's Coach Vegan, Jaleesian, and company looking for something cheap. And I think they have something drawn up. To maybe induce a foul call. And, you know, it's look for Gabino Ramirez in this spot. To maybe be put in a position, make something look a little awkward to draw a foul.
Smart to put Easton Gray out of bounds, being that he can look over the defenders and lob it over the top. Oh, he got him on a motion.
Donnie Russell and Hawkins will fire from way downtown. No, will go in at the half. Glendale, 18, Antelope Valley, 24. 6-point lead for the Marauders at the half.
So I was just beginning junior high and high school when Title IX came about. And I remember the opportunities for my brother, my older brother, but there were no opportunities for my sister and I outside of school.
In those days, we went and changed into these ridiculous one-piece shorts outfits if you were a girl.
I remember we wore the jumpsuits. We didn't really feel like athletics.
Every decision that we make as administrators, we have to look at it through the lens of Title IX. I think that we have to see how does it affect other programs, our student athletes, and how we are providing access and opportunities for our student athletes.
You see a lot of athletes, male and female, who haven't yet peaked when they're in high school. You know, they may have been doing soccer, either at school, club soccer, whatever it is, whatever sport it is. They may not be good enough to have been recruited right into a D1, 2, or 3 school. They still want to compete. They may or may not think they have an opportunity to go to a 4-year after that. But what they know is that athletics is really important to them, and they want one last chance.
We don't ever want to go backwards. We want to get better and better and better. And I would say as we improve women's athletics, we're also going to improve men's. There's always room for improvement in everything we do. So if you improve one, the other one's going to come along too.
About set and ready to go here from Lancaster. Mike Cepeda alongside Theron Sanders here tonight from Newton Gillette Court on the campus of Antelope Valley College. And right now it's the Marauders AVC with a 6-point lead as we start the second half.
Big Z, what you want to see in the second half, because AVC won that rebound battle in the first half, plus 15.
Plus 15. I mean, that's really the story of the first half, because both teams pretty ugly offensively, but the Marauders able to get that big edge on the boards, get them extra possessions.
Yeah.
And some missed opportunities. I thought they didn't capitalize a couple times, and you saw 4 charges be called in a span of 90 seconds. 3 of them went against AVC. And right now the referee's having a discussion. Not entirely sure what it's about.
I don't know. They might be talking about the young man and the little baby working those J's right there. Those J's are rocking our fire.
Hey. that little one looking pretty debonair over here tonight.
Yes, she is. And for Glendale, if they continue shoplifting AVC the way they did with those steals, can make it more of an interesting game as well.
Okay, sorry to interrupt there. The conversation was about the arrow. Now, if you go back to the opening tip, Dakari Lewis wins the tip. There was a jump ball called, but I don't think the scorer's table ever switched the arrow. So, opening possession of the second half will go to the Marauders, and Lucas Baksic and company will bring things up. Here's Daniels. They're looking for Belampo, come away for a 3, nearly lost it. Instead, we'll have to reset the offense after not being able to handle it cleanly. Nice screen from Dakari Lewis. Double team comes over. Switch off, looking high-low. Lewis trying to get some separation down low. 2 in the shot clock. Lewis will have to fire from way downtown. Hit the backboard and nothing else. It'll be a shot clock violation on the opening possession here in the second half for the Marauders.
Yeah, I know they want to have that one back, but if the ball does not hit the rim, shot clock does not reset.
Jonathan Daniels with a couple of triples and 3 throws, 8 points leading the way for all scorers. Down low, this is Dixon from the corner. Elijah Groves able to come away with the rebound. And Elijah Groves, a player that needs to improve on his strength, but Coach Vegan Jalesian, before the game, high praise for his freshman Groves and his ceiling. Very excited about the player he can become.
Yeah, and that foul, he did a push off in the back, similar to when an offensive player is trying to get loose. Yeah. They push off of the defender to get separation, and that's what the referee saw.
Really no semblance offensively of what they want to do for AVC. Looking to go inside. Again, spacing an issue. Baksic looking for a turnaround, up and under, nice nifty move. Didn't hit anything. I don't know if he was trying to pass it off the backboard to somebody. Meanwhile, it's a turnover on the other end. And, well, a little ugly from both sides here, Theron.
I agree. I did like the little dream shake he put on that offensive set there. And let's see if we get some action and get some real positive movement towards the basket.
He got everything that he wanted.
Mm-hmm. He shook the defender, got loose, unable to capitalize on it.
Having an issue with our clock here. We'll get that situated. 18:24 remaining. Timeout on the floor. We'll keep it here. Offensively, I don't know if AVC has an idea of what they want to do offensively. There's really nothing in the high-low with the inability to shoot from either elbow. You have 2 players that are very effective on the low block, but they're both in the ball game right now. And I wonder if they go back to that high horn set that we've seen late in this season.
Yeah, you explained to me that high horn set a few games, and looks like it's effective, towards the top of the key, and you get some active movement, and you can get some flashing towards the basket.
Yeah, you get the defense moving, and you get somebody to help up, and then you have a wide open shooter in the corner. Well, the thing is, you have to deliver the pass, and you got to be ready to catch and shoot. So out of the timeout, let's see what the Marauders draw up here. 25 on the shot clock, plenty of time in this possession. Ball entered into Baxic. Baxic turns a corner. That one out of bounds. And it looks like they got what they wanted. Have Dakari Lewis sucking in underneath offensively, drawing the defense. JJ out front. And they had Belampo in the corner. You see here, Belampo, if that pass is not deflected out of bounds, that would have been a wide open triple. Good set, good execution. 10 on the shot clock. JJ inside. Dakari Lewis will lay it up, lay it in.
Keep it up, Dakari. Get those points in the paint. Show that energy. Let's go.
Lewis gives up top to Groves. Groves working against JJ. JJ, good job holding his ground defensively. I would like to see Groves go to work against JJ. That'd be an interesting matchup. Layup up and good for Emmanuel Lewis. Little finger roll.
That was nice. Good touch. Felt like he traveled, though, but I'm not refereeing this game. On the first step, that is.
On the initial, on the first?
Yes. Felt like his foot moved before the ball hit the floor.
Lewis up. No good. JJ right there for the rebound. He's fouled. Good job by JJ. And again, the rebounding woes continue for Glendale. JJ able to feast down low. Big mismatch between Julian Dixon and JJ Franklin. Franklin wins the battle. Gets the putback opportunity. Can't convert, but he's fouled. He's going to the line. There's JJ. Free throw.
JJ has more rebounds. JJ has more rebounds than the starting 5 for Glendale.
That's a great stat. Now, JJ's very raw, but you look at the physique and obviously with some athleticism, learned the game late. Maybe a player that perhaps redshirt, you can definitely develop with that type of physique to the next level in the 4-year. From what we're told, a very good student.
Oh, yeah, a little bit more development, practice, more reps.
Groves from way downtown, no. Baxic with a rebound, quickly back the other way. Quick trigger, Jonathan Daniels, no. Baxic taps down the rebound. Another possession for AVC. Heady play by Lucas Baxic. ISO down low. Franklin left before the ball got there. Baxic comes away with it. Nice find! And JJ hung by the rim. Ugh. Well, this one going on, this one going to be on the blooper reel. We won't make that one public.
Yeah. We don't want Shaq the Fool to get hold of that.
That's all right. You like the aggression from JJ. And it's a great drop there from Daniels. Baxic with the steal. Thievery for Lucas Baxic.
I love it.
(28-20). ABC with an 8-point lead. Williams hands off to Groves. Groves going baseline, gets past the defender. Belampo straight up on Williams. That one looked like it might have been blocked by Dakari. Groves comes away with it. Looked like he might have gotten away with a travel. Dakari snatches down a rebound. Williams with a foul. Look at the sequence here underneath. That's a foul. That's a travel.
It is.
I mean, he hopped to it.
Dakari Lewis snatched that rebound out of the air.
He said,
give that ball to me.
give me that rock.
Yep. Deboed it.
I love it. Daniels loses out of bounds. Too much dribbling.
No. Yeah.
Oh. Would say Mustard's he did. Would say Mustard's off the hot dog. Hot dog hasn't even been served. Just no condiments.
No accoutrements.
Lewis on the dribble rises up, and that's a tough shot, long two. Ponders down low, point blank. Looked like there was some contact from Groves.
It was a good feed by Daniels.
It was a great look. Groves turns the corner with a head of steam, kicks out. Ramirez from the short corner. That's good.
Wow, yeah. Almost a two-man weave, three-man weave to get him open from the corner.
It was a good set.
Corner pocket.
It was a good set. And Glendale now hanging around. Great screen from Ponders. Spin move. Montiano, wide open triple. That's good. Stop the bleeding.
Way to answer.
AVC with a big answer.
You know, the last time there was a momentum swing like this, we saw Paul Harris come out and ignite. I wonder if we're going to see that again right about now. That was a great feed by Daniels. Wow, it was a great feed.
Yeah. It's going back to the previous possession.
So, want to talk about Jaquay Franklin. He reminds me also of Jalen Smith of the Indiana Pacers. Started off raw, only in the paint, but now developed the three. You know, he's averaging about 2.5 threes a game that he's converting. Oh, are we getting a press?
Yeah. 1-2, little mix it up. And they fall out of it. Easton Gray enters into Musayan, excuse me. Inside. Lewis, turnaround jumper, no. Ponders taps it to Baxic.
It's a high percentage shot for Lewis. He got really, really deep into the
Montiano, quick trigger. Look good. Tapped by Ponders to Balampo. Baxic with it out front. Drives the lane. Shot up, no good. Foul underneath.
Late call, ref.
Late call, but the correct one. I mean, you have Ramirez. Doesn't take it in the chest. He just kind of sticks out the foot. Induces contact. That's clear call. Going to go against Glendale. So Baxic, 2 shots.
Baxic sold that fake pass and
he
went
did.
Straight through.
He's cagey, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. Got a little bit of Kihei Clark in him, too, from Virginia.
Who do you got this year?
4. It's kind of hard. Here's why. You got Purdue at number 1 with Zach Edey. They're not going to do a lot of noise because their main point of offense is a 7'5" center. Alabama is not winning on the road, but they would be my favorite to win because of Brandon Miller, number 24.
Yeah.
He's one of the most electric players out there. And then, you know, Villanova had a late start, but they got Cam Whitmore, just an electric player, similar to Brandon Miller from Alabama. Could just ball out, flat out score.
Yeah, the Blue Bloods a little down this year. You know, Duke,
UNC,
Kansas still right there.
Kansas still right there, even though they lost 6 of their productive players from last season. Kentucky is not looking good though, Big Z.
No.
I don't see them getting past the round of 32 into the round of 16.
Manuel Lewis in and out, back in again.
And Gonzaga, Big Z, lacking firepower this season.
You know what? I don't think that's something that a lot of people are talking about outside of Spokane.
Hmm. Also, you have comers, those Washington Huskies, and you have Washington State. They're giving Gonzaga a hard time. Gonzaga was blowing them up by 20, 30 points last season. Not so much this season.
No.
They're coming on
Hawkins
strong.
from three. Buries a triple. And Hawkins seems to be in a groove offensively here tonight. We've seen a couple of effortless plays scoring the basketball for Trey Hawkins. And he pushes the lead to 11 for AVC.
Yeah, Trey Hawkins is perfect with the ball, pure.
Ramirez fouled on the ground. Crowd getting into it. Groves down low, has that one off the mark. Gray point blank with a putback, no. Hawkins taps it out of bounds. It's going to stay with Glendale and a fresh shot clock.
Crowd getting feisty,
Yep.
getting spicy back there.
Aided by the vociferous women's team. That one well off the mark from Jones. Kalen Smith comes in for the rebound, gives off to Baxic. Find the ball handler, he does. Baxic, great job splitting the double. Smith wide open triple. That one off the back iron. And Easton Gray, that's going to be a foul against Gray. This is 3.
Wow, that was a hard fall.
Yeah, clear foul on Gray. I know there's contact to the face and contact to the head. That's called flagrant automatic. I feel like that's a play when you engage a player who's up in the air that high. I mean, this
and
is
defense left on my head.
and this is intentional foul.
Yeah, another thing
foul against Gray.
Yeah, also Gray, when he's boxing out, he's trying to move when you box out. You're supposed to stand still and hold your spot when you box, and he was moving, almost causing injury to Dakari Lewis.
Where's he? Montiano set a pick. Where's the foul?
Montiano held his ground.
He doesn't move.
I don't understand that. That was a perfect, he's just standing there holding his ground. His hands are down.
It's a textbook screen. We're going to watch this on replay. This is a textbook screen by Montiano. We're in replay. Let's play this at full speed here. Comes across, sets a pick, holds his ground, and they call an offensive foul.
Oh, I don't see it. The only thing I can see on that is maybe a swipe action move that Dakari Lewis did, but they called it on Montiano, who was innocently just standing there.
I don't get it. Lewis going to come off. And Dakari Lewis is rightfully hot. Easton Gray comes in, provides some physicality. And, that's what you want to do against a player that, shows a lot of athleticism. You maybe want to get into him physically, but, within reason. Meanwhile, quickly back the other way. Hawkins with a triple earlier. That one long and off the mark. And we're going to foul here. Going to go against JJ, looks like. This one's starting to get away from the referees. Only the second foul for JJ. I count 3. And we have a player, looks like Elijah Groves is bleeding. So he'll be tended to by the trainer. A little miscommunication here, bringing in this ball. Foul quickly up ahead, or inbound quickly up ahead to Ramirez. Ramirez trying to go baseline. Has to bring it back out. It's good feet there from Baxic defensively. Baxic inside, forces the turnover. Smith comes away from the pack. Comes in, Hawkins up high for the board. And the jam.
That was nice, Hawkins. White as sky up there.
Hawkins having one of the best games of this season. Trey Hawkins up high for the putback finish. 38-25. Timeout on the floor. We'll do the same.
Way to show bounce, young man.
$38-25 after the putback dunk from Trey Hawkins. Full court pressure shown here from the Marauders. Russell will bring it up. Hussein lost it. They're going to call foul. Gonna get JJ? Yep. Let's watch this again. Let's see what JJ does wrong here. Well, it didn't really beat him to the spot. Makes contact. You can't impede the offensive player. And one opportunity. First one converted by Musayan. One for one, or 1 for 2, rather, for Musayan. The lead is double digits for the Marauders. Paul Harris with possession, looking for Baxic on the baseline. Cross screen action in the post. They're looking for JJ and an ISO. Instead, Hawkins comes free. He'll rise up. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Musayan. Battling Paul Harris. And Harris will come up and guard Jared Jones. Then you have to really like the defensive effort here put forth by Paul Harris.
I do, and I like the energy. He's staying vertical. As you see right there, he stayed vertical even on the block opportunity or block attempt, but he's playing fundamental basketball.
Yeah. Just better offense that time from Glendale on the score from Jones. Smith, looks like he maybe gets away with a bit of a travel, gets his own miss, lays it up, lays it in, and one!
Way to stay with the play.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. Smith, point blank with the finish. Harm in the hoop. And one opportunity converted for Kaylin Smith. Full court pressure from the Marauders. Marauders looking for little style points here. A possible playoff berth. Dakari Lewis battling his fellow number 0, Jared Jones. Jones gets by him, and that one, it looked like it was tapped. We have it? Let's see it. See it on 3. I think this was tapped off of Jones. This goes off of Jones. Oh, it's a great defense by Dakari. Ramirez rises up, gets it to go. Lead back to 10. Excuse me, it's 11. ABC with an 11-point lead. Harris off a screen from Lewis. Baseline runner Smith. Dakari point blank. Tapped out of bounds. Last to touch it was Kaylin Smith, and it's going to go back to Glendale. Turnover. Smith, double clutch, can't get it to go. Dixon nearly got put on a poster.
Probably would have been an NFT right there.
That's a fact. I would have thrown a little scratch at it.
As would I have.
Dixon, short corner jumper is good.
Wow, that was a play that almost was botched, and he negotiated it into a positive play.
He really did.
And found himself wide open, too.
That's great space awareness on the floor, knowing where you're at. Hey, I'm in a place where I can shoot the basketball and just rise up. Broken play, gets it to go. We have a foul down low, going to be called on Musayan. This will be a 1-and-1. Double bonus rest of the way for ABC. Harris will come off. On comes Belampo and Daniels. One-on-one. Front end good.
Oh, yeah. Bassett gets 3 for 3 from the free throw line. Let's make it 4 for 4. Let's go.
Just what the doctor ordered, lead back to 11.
True indeed.
Quickly up ahead. Lewis can't get it to go. Belampo got hit in the eye. We play on. Daniels into the corner. Baksic wide open triple. That one off the mark. Dakari Lewis on the weak side rebound. Hit by his own man, Belampo. It's out of bounds out for Dixon. Everybody's okay.
I like how they are gang rebounding. I see Kaylin Smith is jumping out of the sky to try to get those boards.
Actually, I believe that was Dakari Lewis.
Was that Dakari?
Yeah, Dakari up high. And Belampo inadvertently runs into his own man. Lewis not happy about all the physical contact. He's been taking a beating in this game, for sure. Baksic on the dribble. Belampo on the baseline. No. Dixon might have gotten a little piece of it.
Yeah.
Jones into the, and that one, it looked like a goaltend.
He didn't touch it. He was close.
I'm telling you, I think he touched it. I'm telling you, I think he touched it.
Oh, yeah? Let's see.
Let's see here.
Good crossover.
He touched it.
Oh, but I don't see the ball changing. He did touch it.
Dixon from 3. That one off the mark. Musayan, travel. Smith inside, swipes it away. Musayan able to retain possession.
And no one wants to be in the area code of Dakari Smith. He is going to rebuff your shot.
Fact.
He's going to exclude it from going into the basket.
That's a great job by Lewis not coming down. Musain comes in for the rebound. He's fouled underneath. That'll be 1-on-1 free throws from Musain.
Wow, I hope that's not. It might be on Dakari Lewis for his 4th foul.
I think so.
The crowd disagrees.
Dakari, a fan favorite. To really like his energy out there. The tenacity that he plays with. Timeout on the floor. We'll step away as well. Back in a moment here on SoCal College Sports. You know, the Glendale Vaqueros done a pretty good job of hanging around all game. It's a 1-and-1 at the free throw line. An opportunity to chip away. Mike Cepeda, Theron Sanders with you this evening. Happy you've joined us. You can catch this game live and on demand. SoCal College Sports 1 in Gmail. Or, excuse me, on YouTube. First free throw up and good for Musain. See what I did there, Theron? You have to create the Gmail account and then you get a YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah. I love it. Shout out to Google.
I'm sure they appreciate it, not that they need it. Second free throw up and good for Musain.
I don't know, man. Big Z talent is hard to find.
I appreciate it. Lead into single digits for AVC. Last time it got into single digits, they responded with a made three. Let's see what they do this time. Inside, JJ kicks it out. I went a little Ben Simmons there.
Yeah, hit the bottom of the net.
Afraid to shoot.
I
think they just want to kill a little clock. Yeah, exactly. Get the bucket. Inside, Smith. JJ, point blank, bucket. No hesitation there from JJ.
Probably just wanted to be in a better opportunity to be successful to put it up and in.
Yep. Dribble, weave, handoff. This one going to go to Russell. Russell, Groves, one-on-one. Rises up from 18 feet, in and out. Unfriendly rim. Musain able to get a rebound. Fresh shot clock. Montiano getting ready to check in next dead ball. I would like to see them go a little 1-4 with Groves. It looks like he's got some game he wants to play with.
Oh, yeah. And one of the things that Glendale needed to do more was rebound, and they're getting those 50-50 balls.
Yep. Musain in the short corner. Rises up, air ball. JJ with a rebound. Baksic. Quickly back the other way. Daniels. That's a great kick from Baksic. It's a triple for Daniels.
Oh, yeah. Baksic threw on the afterburners. Flies up the court.
Drive and kick under control. That is textbook from Lucas Baksic to Jonathan Daniels. JD did the rest.
And when he darted off like that, he kept the ball low to the floor so that it wouldn't get away from him. That's why he's able to keep the speed and velocity that he had achieved at that point.
I think JJ gets him underneath here. Yeah, you see the foul. Let's go back to that three from Jonathan Daniels from Baksic.
JJ has to be careful. He has 4 fouls at this point.
Look at the driving kick here. Baxic just waited a couple extra seconds to kick it out and let Daniels relocate. Look at the feet, the platform, the finish from JD.
Oh, yeah. Way to lure the defense.
One of 2 on that trip. Jared Jones. ABC decidedly more methodical on this time down. JD from the corner, another one? No. Smith up high for the rebound. It falls off to Russell. Jones in transition will rise from 3. That's too easy.
Rattles in, too. Very easy.
Little toilet bowl action. You got to stop the ball.
Oh, yeah. Have to. He got in rhythm quick, too.
Yep. Here comes the half-court trap. JD over to Baxic. Into the lane. Shot up, no good. JJ right there. Can't get it to go. Jones on the rebound. Glendale back the other way. Here comes the double team. Baxic and JD. Ramirez at the top. That's a travel. Thank you.
Sure is. Should have went with your first instinct. Because if he had a drove right there, it would have been a foul.
Yeah.
Instead, he reloads and travel. That play reminded me of, I'll wait.
Timeout on the floor. We'll keep it here. Theron, go ahead and complete your thought.
Yeah, the other day it was a game on, and the offensive player faked the shot. The defender jumped. He goes underneath the defender jumping. The defender jumps clear over. He goes underneath. I haven't seen that happen. It reminded me of that right there.
Well, Theron, you made a point of it earlier. You know, this game, a lot of success has to do with composure. When you're able to maintain that. And, you know, these young players, like we said, only 2 sophomores on the team for Glendale. You know, it's a team that's been up and down this season, come in with a record under 500. But they have some talent. Question is, next year, could they put it together?
Oh, yeah. It's about rounding out your team and utilizing the tools of each player that they're great at and developing the tools that they're not great at. So I hope that we get some skills sharpened and see what type of team this is reloaded for next season. I'm excited for them.
The ABC, how do they regroup? One thing that Coach Taylor does for AVC is have the ability to recruit. See the talent on the floor at his disposal.
The guards have been doing a good job of getting everyone involved.
Yes. Looking for Daniels, working the baseline, turns a corner off of a double screen. It's a long 2.
Okay. Way to handle that transaction. Positive play.
Yep. Russell looked like he was going to turn on the Jets. Instead, he pulls up, gives off to Jones. Jared Jones over to Elijah Groves. Groves reverses. Russell looking inside. The kick out, wide open. Dixon from 3. That's good. That's good action from Glendale.
Oh, that was nice.
And we'll have a stoppage in the action. Timeout Glendale. They'll want to set up a press when we come back. 3:41 to go. The ABC with a 9-point lead. 3:41 to go. Full court pressure being shown from Glendale. Dixon does a good job not fouling. That one out of bounds off of Jones. I don't know what Jones is arguing about. Clearly went off of him. I mean, there's no argument there. Clearly goes off of Jared Jones. Up top, Dakari!
Airmail at Sky. Bottoms. He gets up.
He does. Talk about some bunnies. Answer for Glendale on the other end. Jonathan Daniels up top. Has Balampo. That one's stolen. Well, that's a question of knowing your personnel. Groves to the bucket. That's a good move. Glendale closes to within 7. Closest they've been in a while. Lewis brings it up. Smith on the baseline. Turns around. Shot up, in and out. You don't need the shot. You got a 7-point lead. There's 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, still got to kill some clock. Get a more successful shot attempt with some rebounders in the area.
That's a steal for Dakari. Comes off to JD. JD, run some clock, get out. Left-handed runner shot is good. And Coach Taylor wants to talk this over.
Yeah, he doesn't want them to be too fast, but the way to appropriate that boy, I mean, he embezzled that.
Timeout on the floor. We'll be back. Timeout on the floor. And out of the timeout, looks like ABC will briefly show full court. I think this is just a matter of not letting Glendale get in a rhythm to get into the set that they want.
Yes, and also remind Dakari that he has 4 fouls not to foul out.
Yep.
Need his tenacity.
Want to get his team composed.
I thought that was almost a pick too right there.
Yeah. Well, Hawkins had a beat on it. Entered into Jones. Jones over to Russell. Russell might think about that. Russell working against Baxic. Jones from way downtown, no. Hawkins on the weak side. That one tapped away by Ramirez. Possession. Go to ABC. Both teams in the double bonus. Hawkins. That pass stolen by Easton Gray. Groves comes away with it. Rising up was Dixon. Dixon can't get it to go. Montiano comes down with a rebound. Dakari kicks it back to Baxic. Hey, you make your free throws, you take care of the basketball, and it's going to be an easy win.
Mm-hmm. Stay composed.
Indeed. Daniels from 3. The dagger? No. Groves comes away with a rebound. Groves quickly back the other way. Scoop shot up, altered by Dakari. Man, what a menace. What a menace at the rim Dakari Lewis has been here tonight.
Oh, yeah, he is. He is. Get
Coming
out
up.
of his area code.
For real.
Stay away from him.
Dakari Lewis rises up, foul. Dakari Lewis wanting to bring down the rim with this attempt here. He's fouled by Russell.
And if he'd have got that one, I think that the bleachers would have lifted up and turned upside down and came crashing with applause.
For real. Good job by Dakari. Talk about that composure. Hard foul by Russell. And we're going to see Mike Gonzalez come in for the first time here tonight. 11-point lead under. We have 52 seconds to go. Glendale finally get it in. Ramirez, nice job by Lewis going straight up.
Oh, yeah. Way to stay vertical.
Gonzalez nearly had it stolen. Gonzalez still on the dribble, into the lane, up and under move, looking for a lifeline, has that shot blocked, and a foul.
Okay, Gonzalez.
Okay, Gonzalez. All right, Mikey.
Way not to be denied.
Yeah, a foul down low. You see Dixon riding the offensive player underneath. Mike Gonzalez might be looking for his first points on the season. First free throw up, off the back iron.
All right, Mike, use your legs.
Stay composed, young man. Second free throw from Mike Gonzalez. That's good.
Nothing but net on that one.
Indeed.
So, Big Z, a lot of times people don't understand why coaches call timeouts in this situation. But if you look at these coaches, they pull out their clipboards and they try to run a play even in a loss, because you still have to practice and you still have to stay true to what it is you're being coached up to do, regardless of the time and regardless of the outcome. I like it.
Well, Vegan Jalesian is upset at the foul call in the previous possession. That went against Dixon that resulted in a couple free throws for Mike Gonzalez.
He has a right to be. He has a right to be.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a pretty clear foul. He's getting ridden underneath.
Yeah, I think what it is because he got the shot off and it was blocked, and that's where they called the foul. But really, the foul had happened a couple of times prior to.
Yeah, it happened a little bit before. They put it on the shot. Would have been a double. Would have been two shots either way. But a technical foul called against Glendale. And this is going to be Mike Gonzalez.
All right. I believe they can choose which player shoots the free throw. Way to give him an opportunity. Crowd behind you. All right, Mike.
And Gonzalez delivers on the free throws. It was a technical foul called from the bench for Glendale. Trey Hawkins with an ear steal. And we're going to have another technical foul called on Vegan Jalesian.
I see another Mikey Gonzalez sighting potentially.
I believe so. Yeah, this is just a whistle away from the action. And it will allow Mike Gonzalez a chance at his 4th and 5th points of the night. Free throw off the mark. Free throw up and good for Mike Gonzalez. ABC to 60.
Mike Gonzalez getting some love out there on that court.
He is. Mike with 4 points here tonight. Baseline out of bounds to Glendale.
Probably the quickest 4 points we've seen.
Very likely.
Besides a 4-point play.
Russell from 3. That one rims out. Rebounded by Montiano.
Oh, hold on.
Highlight reel from Trey Hawkins.
That was nice. Way to cradle. The backwards dunk. All right. Nasty. Nasty nice.
Meanwhile, Dante Russell was injured on the play, might have turned an ankle. I hope that young man's okay. And we see Russell. I wonder if we can go back.
Yeah, I'd like to see what happened there, because it doesn't look like he put a lot of weight down on the right side.
This will do it. Kalen Smith. That'll do it.
Good outing.
Your final 62-45. And we await the seeding meeting on Sunday to see if AVC has done enough this season to earn a postseason bid. Fingers crossed for the Marauders. That'll do it for our coverage here. For everybody that is tuned in this season to men's and women's Marauder basketball, a special thanks. We appreciate the viewership and the support for Marauder basketball. AVC gets a split with Glendale here tonight. The women a loser, the men a winner. And we'll hopefully see you in the playoffs. If not, have a great year, everybody. Take care. For Darren Saunders, I am Mike Cepeda signing off from Lancaster. Have a good evening.